Yep. All right. Thanks, mate. Karen, if you could just... Oh, ready? Yeah. Oh, hi. My name's Oscar Clark, and I'm the Regional Personnel Manager at Crazy Ken's Discount Bargain Variety Store. Crazy Ken's is a national franchise with over 20 stores across the country. As Personnel Manager, it's my job to conduct interviews and determine who gets hired and who doesn't. I've been in the position now for about 6 years, and I've seen more interviews than I care to remember. I've seen it all. There's 10 things not to do at a job interview. Well, I mean, there's hundreds, really, but let's just focus on 10. 1, being late. 2, bad presentation. 3, not being prepared. 4, not doing your research. 5, poorly communicating. 6, bad body language. 7, negativity, not being positive. 8, being overly anxious. 9, not being yourself. And finally, 10, not having any questions to ask the interviewer. Is that it? Yep. That's good? Can I see you in my office, please? Good.
Yeah, I'm here. Oh, for the job interview.
Oh, okay. And what's your name?
Crystal Aphrodite Adams.
Okay.
That's Crystal with a K, not a C.
Right. Well, Crystal, it's now 1:45 and you were scheduled for 1:30. So we've sent another applicant in.
Oh.
If you'd like to take a seat over here, Mr. Clark will be with you shortly.
Sorry about that. Don't be late at a job interview. It's probably the first and worst mistake you can make. By being late, you've set a bad impression even before stepping through the door. If I can't expect someone to turn up to an interview on time, how can I rely on them to turn up on work on time each day? It's better to be 10 minutes early than 1 minute late. So do whatever you have to. Catch an earlier train, set your alarm, put your watch forward. Whatever helps, just ensure you're at that interview on time. Being fashionably late does not translate to a job interview. Punctuality is paramount.
What? Your phone's ringing.
What?
Your phone's ringing.
Constance. Hey, how are you, babe? Yeah, no, I can't come right now. I'm at a job interview.
Crystal Adams?
Yeah, it's me. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I know, my mum might give me the money. Hey, can I call you back? All right. Okay, I'll be there in a moment. All right, cool.
Presentation is vital. If an applicant comes to me and they look like they've just been evicted from the Big Brother household, they're not creating a very professional impression. Match your wardrobe to suit the position. Here at Crazy Ken's Discount Bargain Variety Store, we're a conservative organisation. All our staff wear white shirts and black pants. Anyone applying for a job here should attire themselves accordingly. If an applicant can't take pride in his appearance, and this could be not shaving, not ironing your clothes, wearing inappropriate clothes, basic hygiene negligence, then they don't stand a chance of getting a job here. I don't want my first impression of someone to be coming through my nostrils, please. Presentation is vital. Do you have a copy of your curriculum vitae for me to have a look at?
My what?
Your resume.
Yeah. Let's have a look. Just getting somewhere. Yes. That's... I think I sent it to you.
Okay. Hi, Sharon. Yeah, can you print out a copy of Crystal's resume and have it sent in for me, please? Thanks very much. Make sure you bring all relevant documentation with you to the interview, whether it be your CV, written reference, or your portfolio. Have it on hand for when the interviewer asks. The old dog ate my homework quip just won't cut it at a job interview. So, Crystal, why don't we start with you telling me what made you apply for the position at Crazy Ken's in the first place?
Money.
Money. Honesty. Good. Okay. Any other reasons? Make sure that you're properly prepared for a job interview. Interviewers can usually tell when someone's not prepared. That's not a good sign.
Well, it's kind of close to where I live.
Okay. Salary and convenience. Next question. If I ask someone what made them apply for the position, and they look at me like I said, if you only had 10 minutes left to live, what would you do? I know they're not prepared. It's not a difficult question. The job one, not the 10 minutes left to live. That's quite tricky. One. So, Crystal, what relevant skills and experiences do you think you can bring to the position?
Relevant skills and experiences. Well, I did, this is, I think, relevant, I did.
Mr. Clark, what made you apply for the position here at Crazy Ken's Discount Bargain Variety Store? Good question. Well, I see this as the perfect opportunity to launch my career into the world of retail. The chance to offer better services and better goods at more affordable prices than other competing, more expensive department stores excites me to the core. Good answer, Mr. Clark. Hey? Hey? That's all true, by the way. Okay, Crystal, how would you describe yourself?
Oh, I don't want to sound like, up myself.
No, of course, but just say what you think is appropriate.
All right, well, I'm pretty. And intelligent.
We don't make these questions up as we go along. Interviewers usually have a list of common questions that they ask all potential employees. Questions like, tell us about yourself. Tell us your strengths and weaknesses. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Compassionate. Cosmopolitan.
This list is not a classified document. Open up any web browser and Google common job interview questions, and chances are you'll get a list a lot like this one. Print it out, study it, rehearse your answers. Give the list to a friend and get them to ask you the questions. You should not be caught off guard by simple questions during a job interview. Okay, Crystal, moving on. What do you know about the company?
Oh, you're like one of those cheapo shops.
Yes, we pride ourselves on our affordability. Have you ever been into a Crazy Ken's?
Oh, no. No. Oh, well, my mum tried to take me once, but I refused to go.
Research the organisation before you go. Don't limit yourself to the information you get in the advertisement. If someone was going for a job here, they could visit one of our 20 stores across the country. Get a feel for it. Have a look around, see what we sell. If they can't get into any of the stores, they could always log onto our extensive website, www.crazykens.com. That's crazy with a K, not a C. Hey, you might want to put that down the bottom of the screen, yeah? No? All right. Well, apart from the history of the company, there's also sections on company policy, goals and aims, that sort of stuff. All invaluable information to have with you at a job interview. So, Crystal, did you have a chance to look at the website? The address was on the bottom of the job ad.
No, you see, I was going to, but it was taking too long to load.
Oh, you spelt it with a K, not a C, yeah? CrazyKens.com. Alternatively, if the company doesn't have a website, or for whatever reason you can't access the net, be assertive. Pick up the phone and give them a call. Find out all the information you can. Going to a job interview with only the very basic rudimentary knowledge makes you look disinterested and lazy.
So I said to her, Midori, that top doesn't even look good on you and people are just going to think that you're copying me. So she got scared and she took the top back. The next day, I went out and bought it and I wore it to the party.
Right. Intriguing as that story was, Crystal, how was that an example of you using your organisational skills to achieve a desired outcome?
Huh? I mean, what didn't you get?
Let's move on. Verbal communication. Communicating poorly at a job interview is criminal. Not listening to the interviewer. Using inappropriate language. Not speaking clearly. Feeding the interviewer irrelevant information. All examples of poor communication. If the interviewer asks you a question, look at them. Think carefully and then answer appropriately. Shakespeare said, "Brevity is the soul of wit." Listen to Shakespeare. I mean, you might think that he's a bit of a boring old git. Well, so do I. But he had a point. Keep your answers short, concise, and informative. I'm really not interested in what you had for breakfast. Okay, if you could listen. Crystal, are you okay? You look uncomfortable.
No, I just need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, okay. Don't worry, we'll keep this short. Can you list me some of your weaknesses, please?
Weaknesses, my bladder. Weaknesses.
I once read that 80% of what we understand in a conversation comes through body language, not verbally. Body language or non-verbal communication is very important. Don't sit at an interview with your arms crossed like a nightclub bouncer. It makes you look defensive, like you've got something to hide. Not maintaining eye contact makes you look nervous and shifty. But by the same token, don't eyeball your interviewer. I had this one guy, stared at me the whole time like a Maori chieftain, you know. Very distressing.
Well, yeah. People are usually intimidated by me because I'm so attractive. It's usually ugly people. Well, I mean, you probably know what I mean.
Body language advertises your attitude towards the job. It's tricky because 99% of the time, it's completely imperceptible to the person doing it. But your interviewer will be looking for it. So be aware of your posture, your mannerisms, your eye contact, your handshake. Handshakes are very important. They should be firm, not flaccid, but not vice-like. I don't want to have to get an X-ray after doing a job interview.
this is Crystal's CV.
Thank you very much, Sharon. Crystal Aphrodite Adams. Says here you were part of a championship-winning netball team. Would you like to tell me about that?
Nah, there's nothing. The other team's really bad.
Right. What position did you play?
I was goal shooter. But I mean, the coach was really stupid though. She kept subbing me off and putting on her daughter. It was favouritism. And her daughter sucked. Yeah.
Don't be negative at job interviews. It's very unprofessional. Promote your previous skills, strengths and experiences in a positive light. Remember, it is your job to sell yourself to the employer. You need to be your own strongest advocate. So, what personal attributes do you feel you could bring to the position?
Well, God always tell me how hot I am, which I think is really important in retail. Because, I mean, no one wants to be served by an ugly person.
Okay, cool. Answer positively and don't sell yourself short. Instead of saying, I get along well with others, say something like, I've got great interpersonal skills and I'm able to effectively communicate with all types of personalities. Then recall specific examples to illustrate each of those attributes. Employers are usually considerate about your age and realise that you haven't scaled Everest or won any Academy Awards, so you need to think of practical examples. Whether it be from previous employment, volunteer work or social or recreational pursuits. Every piece of extra relevant information makes you look better to the employer.
I am also a bad worker. I mean, a good worker is what I meant. And I'm also really ambiguous.
Ambitious?
Yeah, that's what I said. Did I say how hot I was?
Yeah, you mentioned that. Being anxious is not a criminal offence. Employers are usually aware that most people get nervous during a job interview, so it's nothing to worry about. But if that anxiety causes you to be a nonsensical, babbling, incoherent mess, then you've got a problem. The ability to control anxiety could be the difference between getting a job and not getting a job. Okay, moving on. As advertised, the job requires someone to be able to work autonomously. Do you feel you could do that?
What?
Working independently.
Oh, yeah, of course I can.
Excellent. Can you please give me an example?
Well, it's,
The best way to combat anxiety is to be prepared. Rehearse your answers. Research the organisation. Being thrown off guard by simple questions can cause anxiety. So be prepared. And remember, the simple fact that you've been asked for an interview means that something on your resume has sparked the interest of the employer. They want you to be there. So, relax. Take a walk around the block. Do some breathing exercises. Whatever helps. You've listed environmental conservation as one of your interests. Crazy Ken actually sponsors a number of organisations. What sort of work have you done there?
Just like recycling and stuff like that.
And are you involved in any organisations that to speak of?
There's a couple. Tree Savers and Animal Care.
I haven't heard of those. Are they new?
Yeah, they're new, yeah.
Be yourself at job interviews. Don't fabricate skills, experiences or interests to try and impress the interviewer. Interviewers can usually tell when someone's, as they say in a certain popular reality TV show, playing the game. And what sort of work do you do with animal care?
We care. For animals.
Right, and I guess with tree savers, you save trees.
Yeah, and we plant them.
That's very admirable.
Thank you.
Dishonesty is probably the most fatal mistake you can make at a job interview. You can't lie your way through it. I had this guy once. Said that he had an IQ of 162. I said, fine, mate. What's the square root of 25? 12. Next applicant, please. Right, well, we're just about done here. Are there any questions you'd like to ask me?
Oh, No, that's it.
Make sure you ask a question at the end of the interview. Asking the interviewer a question shows you've come prepared and that you've got more than a superficial interest in the position. Not asking a question shows laziness and a general lack of interest in the position. Sorry.
Well, actually, there is one.
Shoot.
What colour uniforms would we have to wear?
If you do ask a question, make sure it's intelligent and relevant to the position. Asking questions like, how long do I get for lunch? What sort of leave entitlements will I get? Aren't really appropriate at this initial interview stage. Instead, ask questions like, is there any on-the-job training? What sort of chance for promotion is there? What's the work environment that I'll be in? Those sorts of questions. White. Anything else?
Are there any other colours, like pink?
Just white. Just white.
Pink?
Just white.
Okay. Well, that's all.
Well, thank you very, very much for your time, Crystal. That's the interview done.
Oh.
Okay. If you get the job, we'll let you know in a week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
So, there we have it. 10 things not to do at a job interview. While strict adherence to the rules won't necessarily guarantee you a job, it should save you from some pretty embarrassing blunders. And if you don't get the job, don't be too disappointed. Go home, reflect, work out what you did wrong, and keep trying. Our greatest glory is not in never failing, but in rising every time we fall. Do you know I said that? No, neither did. Do you know...
Hey, babe. Yeah, no, I think it went really well. Yeah, the guy was a bit of a creep, though. Oh my God, he totally was. Yeah, cool.